Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Chiquis, and you've reached the voicemail box for Dear Chiquis. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're having issues with your family. Or maybe you need help figuring out how to balance your checkbook or how to start a business. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and opinions, and if you're suffering from an issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your question at the sound of the beep.
Hi, Chiquis. First and foremost, just thank you for your podcast. Thank you for everything that you talk about. It has helped me so much within the last 3 years that I went through so many things. I am a new listener, but I think I've listened to all of your podcasts like within the last 6 months. I'm a huge fan of your mom, Jenny, since like 2010. I love her music. I love what she was about. My question to you is, every time it seems that I get a new partner, my family always has something to say about them. Like, they're not about you like that. They're just using you. They're not into you like that. What would you do in this situation? Because it just makes me push some people away. And I'm also a self-sabotager. So if I see a teensy red flag, I'll cut it off. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And yeah. Thank you.
Oh, Frankee, first of all, thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that we have new listeners and you listen to almost all my episodes. So I'm really, really excited. Thank you so much. Welcome to Dear Chiquis and Chiquis and Chill. Well, in regards to your question, it's tough because these people obviously in your life love you and want the best for you. I do feel, and I've learned this the hard way with my siblings, I just like to let people do their thing. I say this all the time, live and let live. If there is something like a huge red flag that maybe one of my siblings is missing and I see it, I will bring it to their attention because I don't want to feel like, oh, I saw it and I didn't say anything and I can prevent them from being hurt or going through a bad experience. But for the most part, it is important to let people just learn on their own. If they're constantly doing this to you, I think that it's not fair because then that plants a seed in your head and it probably like makes you wonder and then you start changing your attitude with the person that you're with and it just starts a lot of issues. I think that you need to put a stop to it if it's affecting you because you need to go through this process and get to know these people and figure it out yourself more than anything. It all depends who's telling you too. But I definitely would tell them, hey, I'm sorry. If you don't have anything nice to say, I don't want to hear it. And you're going to have to be okay with accepting if something does go wrong that you didn't take their advice or didn't listen to what they had to say. So it goes both ways. I would just, if I were you, just let them know, hey, I'm dating this person. I'm really into them. Please just keep your comments to yourself. I don't want to hear it right now unless it's something like really crazy that you need to know. But I also feel that you need to give the relationships a little bit more of an opportunity and a little bit more of a chance. Let them kind of grow and you guys have to get to know each other and not just like the first thing you want to run because then a relationship isn't perfect. You're going to have to work through it. And I was a runner. So I'm telling you, you just have to know not everything is going to be peaches and cream all the time. It all depends on the situation. You know what I mean? But yeah, talk to your loved ones, okay? It all depends who it's coming from too. Just think about that. All right, guys. So our next question comes from Julie.
Hi, Chiquis. This is Julie again. I wanted to give an update on my whole cheating/biological situation. I did mention to him that he may or may not be the biological father of our firstborn. That surprisingly went very well, and he said no matter what the results are, he is always going to be his father. So that is a plus. As far as the whole cheating situation, I am trying to leave. I am trying to be my own person. I'm trying to take care of myself and my kids before anything else. But the only problem is he will not let me. He claims he is a different man only because he is now realizing that I do not want this no more. And I'm not trying to have any type of court involved or anything. I'm not that type of person, but I do want the end of this, and he just won't let me. What do you suggest I do? Should I do court restraining order type things involved, or should I not? I want it to be civil. I want it to be mature. I want it to be in peace. I want to be in peace. So I need your advice on what I should and should not do, because the cheating would definitely not stop, and I would never believe him ever again.
Okay, so Julie, I do remember you. Thank you for updating us. I'm glad that he took it well. That makes me happy. I think he's thinking of the child, which I think is amazing. If the cheating has not stopped, if I remember correctly, you had said that he was cheating with both female and males. If it has not stopped, then you definitely need to get away. And I know that he's not letting you. I don't think a restraining order is going to work, because the only way they grant you a restraining order is if they're being physical with you, if they threaten you in some way. So I don't think that will hold up in court. Just FYI on that. But I think you need to have someone that he respects. I don't know if it's a parent, your mom, your dad, a brother, someone that he knows he can't mess with and he respects, to help you get out. Say, hey, I came to pick up Julie and the kids. Because if you get a restraining order too, then you're like, he's not going to be able to see the kids. So you have to like think about that too, you know? Hopefully he's a good dad. I don't remember that part. I don't know if you told me that he was a good dad, but he's definitely not being a good partner. And it seems like you're done. You just don't know how to get out, which my suggestion is that find someone that he respects or get the authorities involved. The only thing with that is that it could, like, in the sense of like, hey, I want to get out of my home. He's not letting me. Can you guys just escort me out? That sort of thing. But make sure you know you have a place to go and get all your ducks in a row before you do all of that. But I don't think a restraining order, just maybe someone to escort you, someone to help you, your dad, your mom, someone in your life that you know he will like, that'll stand up to him. Especially if you're not happy, and especially if he's still cheating, girl. Like, no one deserves that. No one. So I hope that, now it sounds like you do. So I'm really praying, we're all praying here, that you're able to get out of this very soon, safely, you and the kids. Okay, guys, our last question comes from an anonymous listener. Here we go.
Hi, Chiquis. I just want to say that I love you. I listened to you from Washington. Hope you could come to a concert up here. I love all your family, your mom, your siblings. I listen to everybody's podcasts, even the Mac Effect. The reason I'm messaging you is because I needed your opinion. I'm in a 6-year relationship. Everything's going great. My partner and I have a 2-year-old son. He's been there for my children too. The issue or thing that has come up is my 8-year-old son has a best friend. Turns out, que chiquitos el mundo, that his best friend is my partner's ex-girlfriend's son. There's never been an issue at all, but yesterday my son got home and said that his friend told him, your stepdad is my dad, which is not true at all. But then me puso la espinita, like, okay, what if the older son is? Why would the mom even say that? The kids have no clue whatsoever what's going on. I did talk to my partner. He said that can't possibly be true. They've been broken up for 12 years, and now I'm trying to figure out the math of the older kid, what year he was born. Your opinion or support would help. I love you. Love all of you. Dios te bendiga.
Okay. Anonymous listener. You sounded really sexy in your voice, respectfully. It's very like cute. Okay, so your question. Okay, wait. So your son's friend is your husband's or your man's ex-girlfriend's son. And they're friends. Okay, just trying to put it all together. I think if you already talked to your man and he's telling you there's no way, then say, okay, then why is he saying this? I think maybe the mom is trying to cause issues. I don't know, but it feels like she's probably trying to like disrupt something in your relationship. And I think you should catch her on her BS. I think you should go straight to her and be like, hey, I don't want problems, but also I don't want my son to be confused. And if you are feeding this information to your son and then he's telling my son, it's causing confusion, it's causing a lot of emotional turmoil that isn't cool for both of our children. So is this true? Or is a little boy just saying things? Which I don't think he's just saying things. He heard it somewhere. So I think you need to just straight up talk to the mom, and maybe with not the kids around, and say, okay, well, if you really feel that this is true, then let's do a DNA test. Or hopefully she says, no, I don't know where he heard it from, blah, 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 blah. But I think you should just nip it in the bud and just go straight to her and tell her, hey, where is this coming from? Without causing issues. You don't want any problems. But then again, this is your son. These are his feelings. This is confusing, for him. So it's not really like trying to cause issues. You're just trying to really get clarity for your child, especially if your man's saying it's not true. And so that these things don't continue to happen, you need to go boop, straight to her. I think I would be like, bitch, what's up? You know what I mean? All right, guys, that's it. We're not going to fight on Dear Chiquis. I hope I was able to help you guys out with, my answers. And I love you guys. And I have the best interest in my heart for you. And thank you, everyone, for listening to Dear Chiquis and for watching. We appreciate you very much. And we will catch you on the next episode of Dear Chiquis. If you have any questions of your own and you'd like to, have me answer them, go ahead and go on speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. That is speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. I love you guys. Nos vemos en la próxima. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and check us out on YouTube.